Like a touch. I don't know how much you want it.
Might have been the wrong slider. But I believe in you.
It was that one.
Oh, so it was just really loud before?
It was like halfway and I moved it down like 2. Can you see them when you're on when you're swimming, or do you have to like guess? So we thought if I was able to like get the competitive information on my phone, I'd be able to do it easier. But when we tried to share it, it said it needed to be
What if I just... What do you tape that in?
It's probably gonna say.
Oh, you're
access,
right. Denied.
restricted. Yeah.
We have 4 steps. The balance rail, not using the blue side pieces. You are not allowed to step on top of it. Your dismount is the black platform. That is also a start finish, so don't overshoot it. You gotta stay on there. No questions? Is it what? These ones? Yes, these are feet only. Okay, so no hands on the steps, no hands on the rope. Moving on. You have the black box right here to jump up to the bridge. You have any part of the hourglass. You then will bounce down onto the trampoline, jumping back up to the hourglass, bouncing down onto this black box. Nice little class.
I don't think it'll work. I just like scanned it and it didn't work. One thing I've learned is like, if it's a long thing like that, you can just take a photo and like usually that thing will pop up if it's all in frame.
Oh.
It's a little finicky, and then you just click
I
that.
got it shared.
And it goes. Sick. So like in the future, like
Yeah.
it makes the links so much easier than having to actually type it in. This is the only thing that I like AI for, is like being able to take things from a picture and make it useful for me, you know? I'm going down the streets.
What number are we at?
We're on preteens. So, 71. Oh, it's not filtered by number. I don't know what these are.
Oh, filtered by.
Maybe A to Z also works. Oh, well then that should make this easier actually.
So it should be Will. Yeah.
Yeah, with that.
So.
Unfortunately, the New York Jets. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good.
I like that.
Yeah. So that means every time they touch an obstacle, well, that's their favorite obstacle right there. Back and back. You need to calm down. What? Is Joseph not competing today?
Nobody's gonna do that.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's gonna do this.
Born for greatness. Called us natural, Mr. Brightside.
Probably take me out tomorrow.
Questions? Meet only on the astral gliders, everyone. Here, next out is Colt. We're going to jump up to the cage. We're going to transfer it to the keyboard. This ring is onto your hand.
Teach Rachel. That's starting where you lift all the kids up. Because I think that is yeah. Because I think it's like some sort of appropriate response now.
It's gonna take everyone.
What?
It's gonna take everyone.
No. Griff's got it. Grace's got it. I think a bunch of other people got it too. I'm not sure if Cole. Oh, that was crazy though. I'm not entirely sure if Cole has it. Cyrus may not. But they all have a fighting chance though. That's the thing. Is that it's difficult, but it's not too difficult. I know they have some difficulty sometimes in practice with it. Does not mean they can come out and show off right now, you know? It's a different experience coming into a comp, you know, and coming into practice. I feel like your muscles activate a bit more.
We're still waiting for the Kings and Grayson.
Oh, you guys are Kings?
We don't have them. Well, we said we ordered this like 2 weeks ago, and they haven't come in.
Yeah. We only have two because Karen brought in one for us to use. And we only have that one because I got hit in the head with the old one. And then we were like, oh, we should probably get an actual cane, I guess, because it was the old one that Mark had made. I don't know if you saw that one.
The tiny one?
And that's made from like a pool deck, yeah. Or the pool ladder.
Oh, I thought it was a bottom one for us.
It looks like it, yeah. Yeah, got some stitches right here.
Oh.
I was lucky it wasn't like an inch below. And then it's because like when I saw it falling, I went like, and like that. A little shrug saved my eye. I think there was only like 3 like spots of blood on my
Don't dislocate your shoulder.
You just don't see it.
When did he hurt it?
A while ago, but like it's his second time on that shoulder.
So that's why he doesn't compete anymore?
Yeah, he's thinking about like getting it fixed and then slowly training and maybe doing some comps, but like he will be like slowing it down until that point, you know? Let's make Ben do it.
Yeah.
take you for granted.
Hi. What are you doing here? I like it. This is gonna be a fun wave to watch.
It's the biggest one.
Oh, is that your hospital?
It's one of the church we went to on Christmas Eve.
Joe, you look like you're ready to go play some football.
I'm excited for tomorrow's game, though.
Yeah. Which one?
Both of them. I would prefer. I honestly would love to see the Commanders get into the Super Bowl, but I don't really see it from the Eagles. The Eagles are really good, but I don't want the Chiefs to win.
Because this horse was I'd be surprised
Who's running first? Griffin, Wayne.
I'll set the over under.
Cole's like,
Should they forcing that move for this wave?
They did a class this last session,
Always sending videos, I'll be like, hey guys, that's another kid. And they're like,
We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Athletes are now making their way around the course, visualizing what they're going to do. And we'll be back with some play-by-play in just a couple of minutes.
Facebook?
YouTube.
YouTube. The Action Athletics YouTube channel.
Action Athletics YouTube.
Action Athletics Ninja.
Okay, thank you. Like in between the last two, even now, I did most bathrooms, but then I saw the tiny ones were full, so.
You are on the ball, sir.
I figure the resetters and Nolan are already doing a lot.
Who's here?
I thought I had a text with it. I'll just check cost schedules.
I'm trying to figure out. Sure, he's like, so I should do it wisely. Those are pretty cool, Wellesley.
Yeah, because I went like flip-flop like Wellesley, the more busy location.
So just trying to
My Thomas said I didn't have to do them.
Just based on
Is it really
hot
complicated?
schedules.
it can be a stuff.
Like when it works, it works. Right? Yeah. Theoretically.
And I do not want anything to do with it. I was gonna say, line managing is easy. I could do two things.
This is
This
maybe
is
one
not
of
that
the
bad.
more stressful jobs.
I don't know. What?
Only a Nolan and Ben course could possibly have the wave prior end an hour early and not have the next wave start up
What
time.
happens when you get fixated on a certain movement? This just
I said to Sherry, I was like, my anxiety is not having joy with it now.
I've been designing courses for a long time. I've been in this situation. You get an idea of how to do a course. Then you get old and you go, all right, so you want to get
Right. A headache.
some lights in.
Yeah, it happens in this gym a lot. Or gyms in general a lot that don't have natural light. I used to get that way at Strive, I think, after my long comp days. The eyeballs need the natural light.
That's why I like Boston. So much natural.
Yeah.
And the lights there.
I was debating walking on tomorrow, but I hate French toast.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting out there and missing it too. Do everything one day.
That's what Zach Keenan did with practice last week, because I guess he busted his hand up at NSC last weekend, so then came out to practice, I guess, Monday or whatever, and took a video just of rings.
And
Of course.
Just one-arming rings.
Yep.
That's absurd.
That's just Zach.
The last obstacle does seem to be a little bit tricky in the fear factor.
This one? Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
It's one of those things, we've had it set up at a lower station in the Lachey lane. I still would not try it there.
It's
and
definitely the height that
I won't try it
freaks
up there
me out more.
at all. I would rather go sideways than go over my head because that's a less of a weird
Also,
inversion.
Like, having a board flip like that on bearings means it happens so fast.
Yeah.
That's what's terrifying to me. I'm
Yep.
like, if you just had it on like regular key clamps, where there was like a little
some
bit
friction.
more control, I wouldn't mind as much. But
Definitely an interesting and fun concept.
oh yeah, for those that like that kind of thing, I'm like, go for it. Super fun. Not my jam. I'd cry.
Don't know if you can hear that side commentary from Shell.
Color commentary.
In the famous words of Shell, that obstacle would bring me no joy. Huh?
I wrote down 5 different stories. I remember the first time I did it. It was 2013. We were out in Denver.
You want to tell the story? But as they're finishing up that obstacle there, that's not even the last one. After you complete that, you run over to the parkour and go up the rope. But speaking of the course, how about we go over it a bit? You start out in the beginning. There are some descending steps. So when you step on them, those little things right there, they compress. And when you land on the dismount box, we're going to be moving into the mystery boxes. You can see there's a ring hanging out of one of them, at least hopefully. The other ones have something on the inside, but you got to be able to reach in and pull it down. And ideally, you hold on to it so you can swing to the next one. But if you get it off, then you can hold on to the ring behind you and then reach for that ring again. The whole key with that is even if you hit the box, they're not going to come out, so you got to go underneath, get a direct swing, and reach in to pull it out. After that, you're going to be landing onto the green platform and running through the set of rollers to the next red box. After that, we have a sonic curve and then a bar target to go to the black box there. Then be running through, getting up onto that first yellow hourglass, doing a drop onto the trampoline, and getting up to that second blue hourglass. After that, they're dismounting onto the black box, and then they're going to go out to the yellow board, and we call that a cat grab. So you go on there, get your feet on that little lip, you spin it around, and they're going to have to immediately jump to that trapeze. It's a 180 turn, catch that, grab the next trapeze, and make a dismount. Running through the French toast sticks is a little weird because when you step on them, you only have a split second before they start moving. And if you step on the front edge or the back edge, they will twist and turn and you will be falling. You also can't stop. The moment you stop on one, that is when problems begin. So the goal there is to run through and jump off that last French toast stick to grab the trapeze. And their dismount on that one is off to the side, so rather than just going straight and landing, they will need to twist and turn, orient their body in a good direction to land off behind that truss. After that, they're going into the Lachey lane, where we have a fun obstacle called a ring chaser. So there's a ring up in a track, and they will be pulling a nunchuck to release that ring, and as it slides down, they need to race it and try to beat it to that last bar at the end. And if they grab that ring, they will be able to use that to continue on in the course a little bit easier than if they miss it. I am not exactly sure the
Split
alternate
decision now.
for this one. What is it now?
Split decision. So now, if you miss the ring, instead of using another ring to do a skyhook move, you have to go over towards the side and use the vertical limits to make your way across.
There we go. So you definitely want to catch that ring. If not, those vertical limits are hard and slow. So catching that ring to get across to that next skyhook is definitely the move. After that, they're landing and going into the astrogliders. On the divisions before this, they had a yellow beam to step on. For this wave, they need to go directly from astroglider to astroglider. So if they wait until that green platform hits the end, they will lose all the momentum, and it will be very difficult to make it to the next one with enough speed to carry you to that teal dot at the end. Once making it through the astroglider, you're going to be going to that black box next to it, going up to that teal cane, having to do a cane hop into that blue D ring. They can use their hand on that black ring, but nothing else besides the cane for the other obstacles. They're going to be popping into that yellow wheel, getting some momentum, and sending themselves into the tiki face. After that, they can grab the rope and dismount to the ground, that box to chalk up, but I believe they are able to skip that if they would like to and move on straight to that bar. It is on a S-curve, and it is freestanding on there, so it's not strapped in. It'll start spinning if you catch it and you don't hold it well. So you will see a lot of our competitors doing a mixed grip. They're going to be doing a big transfer up to the double skyhooks there, going to the next bar, and they'll be trying to get those into the face-offs. All right, after that, they can go to a rope, and they will be getting onto the yellow board. Once there, they can climb up the walk the plank, and there's another blue board hanging in the air. And on that one, what they have to do is go on top on the side that is supported by the board, reach their hands out into that slot in front, and do a forward roll. Hi. Shell says hi. And do a forward roll over that blue board. And so it's going to flip you upside down, hanging over that pit pillow. And there is a dismount off to the side. It is right off screen, but it is, if you're looking at the screen, on the right beside that pit pillow. So beside that blue mat, right beyond the black one next to it, that is where they'll be dismounting to. And after that, they will be going to the parkour. And in the parkour section, there is a small course that they have to run, going across the blocks up to that metal bar in the middle, where they will have to commit to a big throw up onto that platform that is closest to where all those kids are playing around, running down that ramp, and then getting the rope. And once they get the rope, it is going to unlatch from a magnet, and they will start swinging, and they will have to climb the rope while swinging to get to that buzzer.
Yeah, and Avery, the format of this course is called a challenge course, so contestants will have multiple tries on a obstacle, but if they fail twice on the same obstacle, their run will end. They will still be allowed to keep moving on in the course, but they won't accumulate any more points. But if they fail an obstacle and then make it through, they're allowed to keep running. You're allowed to fail up to 2 obstacles and clear them before your run ends when you fail a 3rd obstacle.
And this format allows for some trickier and some weirder obstacles than other formats will. Just because it could be hard tech, it could just be weird and scary, like that board flip up in the air there. Many different reasons for it. We are getting our runners set, and we'll begin momentarily. We'll take a little bit of time here for station identification. This is Avery Nasworthy, and besides me I have
Daniel Vetstein.
And we are broadcasting from Action Norwood, Action Athletics in Norwood. We also have a competition going on today in Wellesley. We have a skills competition. Daniel was competing in that earlier, and I heard he did pretty well.
Yeah, it was a really fun competition. Ended up getting 2nd in my group. The way skills competitions works is there's 3 different short types of courses he runs. First, you run a speed course, which is like balance and quick lache type obstacles. Next will be a tech course, similar to what we see with the cane and lache bars over on the left side of the big truss. And then after that, you have a burnout course, which is non-stop upper body obstacles. And it's very difficult, very fun. It's going to be a busy day in Wellesley tomorrow.
And bringing it back here to Norwood, this past wave before us had a lot of buzzers, and I wonder if we'll see this group raise to that challenge as well. As we get older, the obstacles do get harder, but I believe the ninjas will be able to overcome. Our first runner is Will.
Will's favorite obstacle is the cliffhanger and flying bars, so we'll see a couple flying bar moves later in the course.
Not too much actual cliffhanger, but if he needs to use those vertical limits, that'll help him out there. And the hourglasses do test that grip strength. He starts off on his run very solidly. And unlike other divisions, they have to pull down almost every single ring here, which definitely slows them down. Good two-hand pull-up to reach that last box. Sliding through the rollers, nice and easy. Really carrying his momentum forwards, which is great to see.
Yeah, Will's moving extremely fast through the first couple of obstacles. Makes that cat back move on the first turn. You can really get stuck if you don't do so. Using the truss to find his dismount. Waiting for the ring, went so fast. Picks up the ring, and now he'll get to do a sky hook move. Sets his hips well and links the dismount. Onto the Astro Gliders and smoothly through.
Really quick and flawless execution here from him. Really impressed by this first runner.
This next K move is extremely hard. You have to go out and into the tiki. It does so perfectly.
Taking the cane out of that wheel is a little weird because it's sideways and you're going forwards.
Here he goes, one of his favorite obstacles, flying bars, catching it in switch grip, and now almost like a bear trap move up to the face-offs. Hits it first try, unbelievable.
We're watching a fantastic run here.
Now it's a fear fall.
Fell off that front edge, wasn't able to grab in time, was a little over the balance point. But when someone does fall, it counts as a fail. But we do stop the time until everything gets reset. So his time is restarting now.
So he'll get a second chance at this really scary flip move.
Nice. Gets that grip there.
Now all he has to do is get the dismount.
Oh, it's a forward dismount.
And he's on to the final obstacle, this parkour lane.
A minute left in this run.
Absolutely flying and hits the buzzer.
Of course.
So the first runner and the first finisher of the pre-teens division. Unbelievable first run out of Will.
It's great to see this competition start out so hot. Here at Ninja, people only bring each other up. So when it starts good, you know it's going to be a great wave.
Next up is Connor. This is his first ever WNL competition. Connor comes out of Action Wellesley, one of the other locations of Action Athletics.
And you see there, he's able to knock it out before grabbing it. A total viable strategy. We definitely do like to hold on to it though, if you can. Didn't quite have the angle, but managed to get it on the next swing.
Be careful on this dismount. Didn't get it. Hit that other foot that landed on the gray lower before, so that counts as his first fail. He's going to get to retry.
What you'll see some competitors do is they'll try to get that first foot on there, and then that second foot will land on the ground. As long as that happens, then that counts as a clear of the mystery boxes, but then you failed the balance obstacle in front of you.
The problem for a bunch of these athletes is being able to change the way you swing to get your hands in the right direction for this last mystery box, but he got it right there. He's going to go back and try to regroup himself. Got it.
So that was his second fail, but because he cleared the obstacle first, he gets to keep going through the course, but whenever he fails next, which would be right there, that means he stops accruing points, but he can continue doing the course.
He's going to set himself up for a dismount onto the trampoline.
Also, those of you unfamiliar with WNL and their courses, you cannot try the obstacles beforehand. Every ninja touching these are touching it for the first time when they go. It is a very hard thing to do.
He's through. A minute left on his timer. He's going to turn it and go for the catback move first try. And safe but awkward dismount. He's moving on to the French toe sticks.
Cruising through there.
Angling himself for the dismount.
Doesn't even need that truss. Into the ring chaser. Seems like he had already released the ring by pulling on the nunchuck. It might be a little fragile, so you really got to pull it when you want to.
And time runs out. He's going to finish the obstacle, has to go to those vertical limits. That'll do it for Connor. A great run out of him.
Up next, we have Gabriella.
Gabby is another competitor out of Action Wellesley. You can tell the difference between Action Wellesley competitors and Action Norwood competitors by the color of their jerseys, with Action Wellesley being that neon yellow compared to the black Norwood.
Gabby making her way through the descending steps. Manages to pull down that first ring, angling herself for the next one. Continues along at a good pace. She has a good angle on this one. Only takes a couple swings to dismount. Now, these rollers are very hard. An inch in the wrong direction, you're spinning. You gotta step right on top and be pushing down instead of forwards or backwards. A little moment of composure before jumping up to that first board. Nice landing. She stayed on the trampoline.
Good jump up to the second hourglass. And a good dismount.
Now, she is not running through this course, but she is having a nice steady pace, which you like to see. It is an awkward jump to that little lip, but there's enough on that for your feet to definitely to catch. A good turn. She needs to jump.
You can just see how difficult it is when you don't go on the first turn because it starts to slip away.
Especially since there's no real way to reset on this division.
One thing you can do is go back to the box where you started the obstacle. But she's determined to do it without that method.
Almost like she's swimming in the air with that leg. She's forcing it. She has over a minute, just under a minute now. It's really tough on an obstacle when you get stuck in the middle. It is hard to fight your way through and try to keep going. Now, she can choose to jump off and reset the obstacle if she wants. And if that would happen, her time gets stopped so she can reset. But she tries to fight through it. Looks like a good jump right there, almost. All right.
Starting to run down for Gabby.
Just under 25 seconds. Gabby will try to get through this cat back.
Gabby's big into equal rights and animal rights, also a huge Celtics fan.
And the time is restarting now. You gotta breathe. She's turning, and she almost makes that grab. A really good effort here by Gabby.
Just a little hesitant to push off.
Running through the front show stick, slow but steady. Again, almost makes that grab. Flying through the Lachey lane, though, makes an excellent catch on that. Now, I believe this move, the skyhook, is one of her favorite obstacles, and it used to be one of her least favorite, but she worked her way through, and it became one of her favorites. Definitely a display of emotion over here. It is very emotional and high intensity over here on the course.
Next up is Cole. Cole's favorite obstacle is the tick-tock. No tick-tock in this course. I'd say the closest thing we have to that would be the cat back.
It does use a very similar 180 jump off of it. So I could totally see that helping him in this course. Oh, just hits the outside of that mystery box. Couldn't get his hand fully in there. There we go.
Now he's gonna try to settle himself. Goes back, trying to go back to that last ring to using the truss. The difficult part is getting your hips in line. Right now, just spinning in circles, trying to go back to that last ring. Decides to drop, take a reset.
As you can see, it's two competitors now who've gotten stuck in one part of an obstacle with no real way to keep moving besides trying to use their own power. But that is very draining, and we are early on in the course, and you really don't want to spend yourself out here. Seems to have a better flow right here. A nice angle. Choosing to use both rings to get that swing.
Gonna change around which hand to use the ring with.
And almost made that dismount.
But he's gonna keep running.
Nice steps on there. Oh, tries to skip that front edge of the hourglass. A really smart move if you can make that grab, but they do be slippery.
Yeah, I remember the first time I tried the hourglasses, I was caught very off guard and landed on my back. They are a lot more slipperier than they look.
That is a offering from Stage 4 Designs. They're making a lot of the obstacles that we have in this course today, like those mystery boxes that you just saw. Definitely check them out for all your ninja obstacle needs.
Yeah. in
Good
fact,
landing there.
Everything in the course is made by Stage 4. And a fun fact, Stage 4 is partnering with WNL Regionals.
A bit of a rough fall there, but walks away very clean. About 30 seconds left. Into the Lachey lane. Can he beat the ring chaser? Takes an extra swing here to try to get momentum. Bumps through. No. Realizes he doesn't make it. Takes an extra swing.
Now he's going to have to go with the vertical limits.
A good transition onto them. Those vertical limits, it is impossibly hard to tell you how small of a space it is to hold on to.
Yeah, it's difficult to see what exactly the limits look like on camera, but you can just visualize having to pinch onto a tiny, tiny obstacle with the slightest ledge for your fingers to go on. It's one of the hardest moves in Ninja.
Nate, how big is a vertical limit ledge? 3/4 of an inch?
So I have just found out that that ledge is 3/4 of an inch, which is not a lot. We have Nora here, an athlete from Action Norwood. Making her way through the mystery boxes, nice and smooth. Having a good directional swing here and makes a good dismount, staying on the green. Doesn't need to be fast on here as long as she makes it across, speeding it up across the strides, and a good completion of those obstacles right there.
Looking very strong through the first part of the course. Now she's going to have to find her dismount on the trampoline.
Using that height to her advantage on that jump.
And you have to stay on the white part of the trampoline. If you touch any of the blue outsides, that counts as a fail. Does a great job not to do so. Gets the dismount and onto the catback.
Brings it around. Does she jump? A little bit of a delay, but still in time before it turns back.
Well, she put all of her weight on the very edge of the board, which helped it stay in place where she can make a comfortable catback.
The way you use your body on these obstacles is the key way to get through it. Look at those reaches. Does not make it in time though. It's okay, she's going for those vertical limits. Does not get the grab, but everything will be reset and she'll have another go at that ring chaser.
Didn't get the swing she wanted.
Oh, but the ring was slower that time and almost had a chance to get there.
She able to absorb the down move, had it for a second.
A very hard hold, especially if you're going down, trying to absorb all your body weight. A good jump onto that next astroglider though. With 35 seconds left, we'll see how she does on this cane lane.
So already failed an obstacle twice, so she's done accumulating points, but gets to run the rest of the course until her timer runs out. She's looking pretty gassed. Great run out of Nora.
Up next, we have Jack.
Jack's a big Cincinnati Bengals fan.
He is another one of our Action Norwood ninjas. The darker action jerseys indicate Norwood, and the lighter yellow ones indicate Wellesley. Really flying through these mystery boxes here. Great use of his body, making sure he's not out of spots.
Super quick. Already into the hourglasses.
Good bump down that hourglass. Single jump. Good catch. Quick dismount off that one. Stays on that, holding on for dear life.
What a save.
That was crazy. You can really tell he wants it. He has something in him, and he wants to show everyone.
His favorite obstacle is surprisingly a slot grab. I know a bunch of ninjas despise that obstacle, so he's going to have a chance at a slot grab if he can get to the second to last obstacle. That's definitely a motivator for him right now. Gets to wait for the ring, but he was in his backswing and decides he'd rather reset than use the vertical limits.
And so the thing at that point is, do you want to be faster and be there for longer, or do you want to be slower and get there right when it gets there? It's up for each ninja. He's fast, the ring's there. Good backwards catch on that ring.
There he goes. Now he's going to set his hips in line.
He's a little in a circle, but he cocks back, straightening himself out. Nice. He makes it. 1:15 to go in his run.
Get a little bit of a running start, helps him get farther, makes it look super easy on the Astrogliders.
He's going to get some swing. And he's going to make the move, getting it right into the D. Straightening himself out. Hooking it in. He needs to pull up and reach that ring. You can see him pulling it up. Nice job reaching there. You can see him figuring out which side he likes better. 35 seconds, plenty of time to complete this obstacle and move on to the next one. Almost gets it there. He does have one more try to complete this obstacle. I think he just needs a little more power.
Such a difficult move. You have to be able to take that cane out without it getting stuck on that captain's wheel.
Generating power much quicker this run. Yes, he's looking like he's been experienced on this now. Sometimes all it takes is one try to realize that you have it. He needs to straighten out his swing though.
You don't want too much swing so you can get it off easily. You can see it's hard to get it off when you have a bunch of swing.
Taking it off seems to be a little rough, and it is, because you're moving forward and you gotta hook it off to the side sideways. But a really great run there from Jack. Up next, we have Owen.
And if you're noticing to the music in the background, one of the amazing things that's happening during this wave, and not just this wave, this entire competition, is that the competitors get to choose which song they run to.
Some of them will choose not to run with any song, which means they run in silence. Others leave their song selection undecided, which means I get to pick which song to play, like this one. I try to keep things upbeat.
Looks like we have another Bengals fan on the course wearing a Jamar Chase jersey. Owen making his way through these mystery boxes. Hips weren't aligned with that last ring. There he goes. Struggling to get it out though. There it is.
You saw the little click on that, little kick on that truss there. We're gonna make sure not to use the truss at all.
Going 2 feet on most of the rollers. You can see him wearing those Series 1 Ninja shoes.
Another good choice for Ninja footwear.
I have myself a pair of those. They are great.
Building up some swing to drop into that trampoline. Tries reaching a little bit farther and matches with that other hand. 1:30 into this course.
Now, Owen really likes the flying bar. We do have flying bars in this course, but you have to get to it. Through the cat grab and onto these French toast sticks. Keep your speed, keep your chest up.
He gets up, try again.
Yeah. Scary peel off, but he's fine and ready to attempt it again. This time, no problem for Owen. Secures that sideways dismount.
35 seconds to go. Already the hand on the trapeze, pulls the ring chaser, flies to the end. On the backswing when it comes out, he's gonna drop down, fail, and try it one last time.
Something that you can notice is if you were watching the last wave, it was a different ring. It seems like this black ring goes a little bit slower than that wooden
Great
yellow one
catch.
that we saw last wave. Great catch by Owen, wrapping it on his shoulder.
Got 5 seconds. He'll be able to finish out the obstacle. Oh, he drops down, fighting through. Down into the ring chaser. Great run by Owen. Up next, we have Griffin. He is another one of our Norwood team kids. And you can see just off these first couple obstacles, he has one gear and it is fast.
Griffin is also used to a lot of techie obstacles.
He is treating this like it is a marathon.
Accidental foot touch on the last move.
Was restarting at the wrong spot.
Gonna go on the first bounce. And just one pullback and he's through.
See how he set himself all the way on the other side for that spin? That's really going to carry you there and keep you once you make it.
Griffin is absolutely flying. And you have to expect that he's going to be able to catch that ring far before it's down the track.
He's got to hope he's on his backswing. He makes a good catch there.
Spent a good 5 seconds waiting for the ring to appear.
Quick dismount on that one. We don't see many people throw right on there.
But this obstacle can trick anyone up, but no problem for Griffin. And this is where he's really going to shine on these techie obstacles.
I know Griffin loves cane. Using it to rest on top. Not a bad way to get it on there. Oh, he got it out, but wasn't able to flick it enough. Yep. Now, when Griffin is not practicing in the gym, where he spends a lot of his time, he is playing soccer, lacrosse, or snowboarding.
So he spends a lot of time outside because he will also be fishing and does a little bit of hunting. Easily makes this first transition. Holds on to the cane this time.
Gonna really have to pop his hips up.
Oh, he hits the top of the tiki! Whoa, that's unfortunate. Well, he has 50 seconds to carry out the rest of the course. A good lache from there. Almost makes it in to the
Got the
face-offs.
left side in, the right was just a tiny bit off. Makes it just even more difficult that they're attached to barely anything, just straps, so they will swing on you. Swing it
Makes it.
upside down.
And that's a scary move, a little difficult to do without any training. And a good pull-up to hit that buzzer.
Really, really solid run out of Griffin.
Up next, we have Abigail. Coming out of strive. Tries to reset there, didn't have a good swing.
So Abigail is no stranger to WNL competitions. Last year during the Premier Series, which is the top of the top WNL invite only, she got 6th. She also got 2nd place at Stanford Ninja Premier Series Qualifier.
And again, to read it right there, she touched the block before touching the ground, so she completed the obstacle of the mystery boxes, but she failed the next obstacle of the balance. And because she fell off that balance again, that is 2 fails on 1 obstacle. And you can do 2 fails on 2 separate obstacles, but if you fail on the same one twice, you stop accruing points, and you get to run out the rest of your time on the obstacles. So there's plenty of time to figure out this cat back. Just twisting it. Yeah. And then will she turn and jump?
Maybe she's able to shrink up into a ball to that bottom right corner. She can get it to move a little bit, or just drop and reset.
Yeah,
She's gonna do
just
that.
gonna try it again. Another shout out for our sponsor. We have the Joint Chiropractic, a great spot to get any adjustments, alignments, just do anything you need to do to fix you up. Definitely check them out. They got plenty of locations, and they would love to see you. If you let them know that we sent you, I'm pretty sure there is a discount code. Pulls that ring chaser, makes to that last bar just after that ring falls. Still has 40 seconds for this course.
Through the Astroglider. Now some cane tech.
Thank you.
Having a little bit trouble pulling up to that black ring. You have to wait for it to swing around. And that'll do it for her. Gonna try bar tech just for fun.
Oh, almost hold on to that lache there. Up next, we have Grace.
Grace is another competitor out of Action Norwood. made it to Stage 3 of the WNL World Finals in 2024.
I'm not sure if you can see it, but she will be passing her own banner on the wall in the gym. That's how you know she's the real deal. A good change of direction there. Solidly through those steps. And right there, that's her banner she's running by. Does not stop to wave. She's in the middle of a run though. Sliding that grab and making it to the cat back. Getting her weight on the left side, so when she spins and goes all the way, she can stay on that right. Good quick dismount. Takes a step on that first one and makes it through. Great dismount off of there to the side. Grabs that trapeze, pulls the ring as she's dropping back. A good bumps through. She needs to stay there. And a good grab, keeping the hand in front of where the ring comes out. Hooks it on, sets back, quick bump. Could have thrown there, but elects for one more swing.
Really smooth out of Grace. Another competitor that's competed in the Premier Series.
Stays on top of the Astroglider. 1 minute and 35 seconds. Good transfer there.
See another competitor elect to go back and switch the hand placement on the cane.
You can see she was trying to get just barely the tip on it to make it easier to take off. The further on the cane is, it's harder to kind of whip it out. She has it sideways, and she gets it on there. The adjustment definitely helping out right there.
She's through another obstacle, now onto this crazy bar tech.
55 seconds.
Using that switch grip to minimize spin from the bar because the bar is free.
Now needs to make this up transfer and hold on. Not enough power coming out of there. They're going to reset, and she's going to try it again. She needs a little bit more power to get up there. Easy on that first lâché. Gain some power here. Almost, but not enough height to make it in there, but a fantastic run. Getting all the way up there with plenty of time to spare. About 15 seconds to run out this obstacle. And makes it, and a great dismount onto that last block. Up next, we have Tate. And his song is one of my childhood favorites. Hey, bum, bum, bum. Got any grapes? So I am going to try my best not to sing along, and I am telling you, it is going to be very hard.
It's Tate's first comp. We asked him what his favorite obstacle was. He said he loves them all.
So this course is for him. But what a great time being a ninja who likes every obstacle. Wouldn't that be amazing? Like personally, I hate cliffs. And so being able to see an obstacle and like it every time, I think that's a good skill to have.
Swinging through the mystery boxes pretty quickly. Resetting himself. Having a little bit of trouble getting his hips where he wants them to go.
That change in direction is a little weird.
Yeah, all of the mystery boxes are sort of in line except for the last one, able to knock it down. That just makes it more difficult. got the last ring, but slips out before the dismount, so he'll get to reset.
His time has restarted. There is 1 minute and 50 seconds. He's going forward and back. He needs to pull side and side. You can see those spotters making sure he doesn't hit that beam right there.
Yeah, I think he should go back to that third mystery box and switch which hands he has placed on each ring.
Oh, he's getting a little bit of a swing there. Does not make that reach. Can he get 2 hands back on that ring? He does. Swinging a little bit out of control. We got course designer Ben Scraley taking the brunt of that force right there. He's really fighting on this ring. I didn't know you did. Okay.
Turning around, regripping that last bar.
He's fixing that swing. Oh, grabs the outside, but he's managed to get that ring again. He is fighting for his life out here, and he makes it!
Just has to get that dismount. Got it! And he's moving on quickly through the rollers and Sonic Curve.
He's trying to get as far away from those mystery boxes as he can. With 26 seconds remaining, can he make it through this next obstacle?
Oh, just short on the dismount. So he'll get a second chance to reset with just over 10 seconds left.
I think one thing that's important to note is that Tate is not affiliated with any Ninja team. He is coming in this with just Ninja class experience without having done any team before. So this is a really good experience for him and a great showing.
He just showed unbelievable determination, fighting on those mystery boxes for minutes at end. Next up is Alexandra. Another Action Wellesley athlete. Plays soccer outside of the world of Ninja.
You can see our photographer taking great photos of our athletes here at our competitions. We make sure to get everything right when you're here. Clean bathrooms, a great course, a fun experience for both the competitors and the family. If you've never made it down here for our competition, you really should try to make your way. It's a special place. She's cruising through this hourglass, landing straight on that rope right there.
Good jump up to the second hourglass.
Getting the fingers in the slot, getting a couple kicks, and a big dismount.
Minute 45 left on the clock. Slowly gonna turn around and kicks off. Gets it on the first attempt. Now looking for that dismount down to the French toast.
A good grab on that trapeze after the French toast sticks. A little over a minute left as she reaches the Lachey lane. Pulls, well, not yet, but about to pull the ring chaser nunchuck. Goes for it. Starts racing through. Gets there in time. Makes a fantastic grab as it falls out of the track. Straightening her swing, choosing to hold the ring on her shoulder before letting it into her hand for a big reach. Just barely hits the skyhook without getting it in, and that's going to bring her back to that start. But she knows she can catch the ring. She did it last time.
This is only her first fail.
A little more hesitation after the pull. And another great grab. She was swinging backwards, but she managed to extend that hand and get it.
The hand-eye coordination is at its finest.
Oh, just can't get it around, unfortunately. 2 great grabs, but not able to get it on that skyhook afterwards. A good push and a good jump, staying forwards. Making it onto that teal dot. 10 seconds left. All those arms are shaking. You can tell she's a bit tired. We're definitely going to get pumped going through a course like this. Up next, we have Hunter with a nice song choice for him. And he has been competing in WNLs for a while. This is his 5th season competing. So you're watching an experienced veteran on the course over here.
Competitor comes out of ultimate obstacles.
Didn't get the hand all the way up in there, but able to knock it out so he can move on to the next one. Good job making it through the mystery boxes. Does not go right there, which was, I think, a smart choice. He was heading towards that truss. It's sometimes hard to gauge your dismounts when you're in a circle. So ideally, you want to be going side to side and going directly like behind where you want to go in a line parallel. He got a foot on there.
So that counts as a fail for the next obstacle, the rollers.
But he rolls on through.
Going deep into the first hourglass. One bounces it to the second.
Has to fight to bring that hourglass down. Oh, loses some swing by tapping that foot on the box, but he's going to kick off to gain it back.
So there's a little bit of miscommunication. This is Joey, not Hunter. Through the cat grab. Cat back. Slow and steady. Just a little unstable on the last of the French toast sticks. And Joey gets through this time, sticking the dismount. Little over 30 seconds left on his run. He's gonna wait for the ring, grabs it.
One of the most effortless grabs we've seen so far today.
Yep. Going back to that last bar to reset his swing.
He's circling up here.
Still trying to figure it out. Time is winding down.
And our apologies for getting the runners mixed up. We have 2 lists, and one of the versions was outdated, and we did not realize.
So now we have Hunter.
And I am not too mad about listening to this song one more time. Are you, Daniel?
No. So Hunter comes out of Surge, really passionate about his team there. He also says his favorite obstacle is the palm flip. No palm flips in this course, but definitely some techie stuff.
And right there, what you can see is he had that foot on there, but he landed behind the box. You need to be able to break through that front plane in order for it to count as a clear. You can think of it as in hockey or soccer, it has to fully cross the goal line for it to count. You have to be past that point in order to make it. If that second foot had stepped to the side of the green box, that would have counted as a clear, but behind it, it will not.
Starting to get the swing he wants.
Oh, fell backward one more time. Unfortunate. Locking in for these steps, though.
Only needed one swing on the first hourglass and then through the second pretty easily. Ooh. That looked like that one hurt there on that cat back. But running smoothly through the French toe sticks and finds that sideways dismount.
And you'll see a lot of our ninjas will grab that trapeze before pulling the nunchuck, because that's one less thing to do after. And every second counts on this ring chaser. Easily slots it onto that sky hook. Straight and barely side to side. That was one of the most in line I've seen our ninjas go through that last half of the Lachey lane.
Leaned back just a tiny bit. Now onto the cane tech.
Good, solid entry into the D ring. He almost made that move. He had a really good set. He just hit the wood of the tiki face. And that's what makes that move hard, is because you can't come on down over the top. You have to slot it in between the wood. Decides to go for that last obstacle around the parkour. And the rope is not reset, which we will need to make sure is set for the next run.
Hits the buzzer either way, so good run by Hunter.
Fortunate early fall. But up next, we have Grayson.
Grayson, just another competitor out of Action Wellesley once again, another big Celtics fans.
And Grayson is in their third year of competing in WNLs. As you can see, Grayson and Griffin both have that same single gear. They just like to move and move fast. You see it right there. That foot was off to the side rather than behind. Nice clean steps on the top of the rollers and a big jump off that last step to make it to the black platform.
Grayson is very familiar with this gym, although competes for Action Wellesley. He does come in to practice with the Norwood team once in a while.
He must have touched the ground or something, because Nolan has stopped his time. Nolan is the ref on this course. Stays on there this time. Spins it around. Quick jump and a good catch.
Quickly through And a good dismount. Now onto this split decision.
Pulls it, then reaches for the trapeze. Makes the grab.
Should be familiar with this. Hooks it on first try. And gets the dismount.
And you may be wondering why they can run off of that box and not other ones. It's because some boxes are a start and stop platform, which means it is both the end of one obstacle and the start of another, while others are just ending platforms or just starting platforms. So that black one by the end of the chain lane, that is just an end platform. So as long as you touch it as you go by it, that'll count as a clear. If it's a start-stop, though, you need to make sure you stay onto it. Otherwise, it's like that green platform where you fail one obstacle, but you completed the one behind you.
Grayson was lefty, so it looked a little bit awkward having to swing sideways to hook that cane off.
Catches both hands forward, but quickly switches to a mixed grip. Just barely not enough power to make it up there. 30 seconds left. They're going to try the board flip and then maybe make their way into the parkour.
Get ready to swing around.
He stays on.
And gets the dismount. Forgetting his hat, he's going to go straight into the agility.
Big throw up there. Goes for the rope. And doesn't hit the buzzer. But we all know he would have if he could.
Up next, we have another action athlete. His name is Colt. This is his second season competing in WNLs. Last year, not WNL, but he was captain of Norwood's JV team. This year, he has moved up into varsity, and we're hoping to see a little more of that skill show here. Those big steps across the rollers. Smooth across those steps. Big reach from him.
Good double bounce.
Good
And
pop
one
of the
last swing.
hands. Struggles but keeps his feet off of the mat. That's yet another competitor who's almost slid off but managed to hold on by compressing the sides. Almost makes that grab just on the back edge of that last French toast stick. You still need to jump on top. He gets one more try at this. He does make it. Entering the Lachey lane, he grabs the nunchuck for the ring chaser. He had already disengaged it though. Unfortunately, it came out when he went to pull it. Sometimes it's a little bit soft, but he falls to take the fail so they can reset the ring for him.
He just realized that, that's why it came down.
Starts to spin. He gets that last bar and a lightning quick catch on that ring. I for sure thought that was falling, but out of nowhere, his hand reached out and grabbed it. Setting himself, trying to go in a line, using his hips to twist to straighten out. He needs to pop back. Oh, using that bar to straighten out. I like that. Sending it here. So close to staying on that ring, and because it's the same obstacle, unfortunately, that was the end of him getting points. And he chooses to head on out rather than doing the rest of his time on the course. Or is something else happening? Nope, that is what's happening. Up next, we have another Action Norwood team member.
Here's Connor Bean.
Pulls it off, but slides off that ring, but manages to stay on with his other hand. Right there, he hit the outside of that block.
Barely any room for mistake on this obstacle. If you're swinging slightly to the side, you're gonna hit the side just like he did, but able to adjust in time to bring the ring down.
That was a good reach on his part.
First time we've seen that all day. Quickly through both agility obstacles.
Good landing on the trampoline, reaches far out to the middle of that board. Decides to take an extra kick. Good dismount. Quick jump off that cat back.
Yeah, leaned all the way to the left side to gather himself, and then a quick turn to the right. That's another method if you don't want to jump and immediately go.
Now needs to be careful with this nunchuck. We've seen a couple competitors pull a nunchuck without meaning to. Sometimes a little bit of pressure will release that ring.
But pulls it right.
He makes it there, almost gets that grab. He decides the vertical limits are not worth his effort, and so he will go again. Hopefully he makes it through on this try. Gets the trapeze first. Pulls it. He's made it there. He's on his backswing. He is. Unfortunately, he will have to go to the vertical limits here. Almost makes the grab, but it is definitely hard to stay on because not only is the lip tiny, it's only the barest of your fingers that are able to be on there. The backside is flat, so you gotta compress your hand, and to make things worse, you're going from a height here. So it's gonna be really hard trying to stay on and absorb that impact of falling.
Yeah, that obstacle really rewards you for going fast and gathering that ring. We saw in the last division, if they couldn't gather it, they could still try that hop move. But a lot bigger consequence if you can't get that move in this wave.
Connor almost made that first cane move though, and just barely gets out of the way of that bar. Now ninja is a sport that is dangerous. However, everyone takes the biggest precautions to stay safe. And that's why we are able to operate all of these leagues, because no one gets hurt, because we all do a great job with padding, matting, and course design so that we do not put people in harm's way.
You can see that giant pit pillow right beneath the scary upside down swing. Next up we got Benjamin.
That was a good run there by Connor, and up next is Ben.
Another Action Wellesley competitor. And when we talk about different teams like Action Wellesley, Action Norwood, Surge, we're not talking about WNL. WNL is a individualized competition. We're talking about NINA, the Northeastern Ninja Association, another league that most of these teams also compete in. And that one is team-based.
So when we talk about team, these are kids who are practicing as part of that NINA team, but they can definitely use that practice and the skills they gain in these WNL competitions where they compete individually.
Ben making his way through these hourglasses. Gonna one bounce it. and I've been watching most of these Action Wellesley competitors for most of the year because I'm also on that team, and Ben has improved so much since the beginning of the season. Little tripped up there on the French toast sticks.
Gotta make sure to step right in the middle line, forwards and backwards wise. And he does! Making it all the way to that trapeze, and a awkward but safe dismount, making it to the ring chaser. Oh, he was there, but he missed that grab. He's trying the vertical limits, but does fall. Oh, close on that one as well. Really has to commit to this one. And you can see there, they're trying to lift their knees up the second that they are moving their weight into their hands onto that cliff. Just give them an extra moment of weightlessness to really try to hold on.
Those limits are so difficult, even for the older competitors.
Good job getting into the D hook. Needs to pull up a more to reach that ring.
Good reach up. Couldn't get it off that captain's wheel.
30 seconds to finish out this run.
Now onto the fear slot grab.
Hey, a good ball there. That's why I put the foot pillow there. Nice and soft. I'd sleep on that thing.
Great run out of Ben.
And up next, we have Kaylee. A great pace on through these first two obstacles here. Already has a good directional swing. Oh, falls off on that roll. It was a little bit too far forwards on there.
Those rollers are
Cleanly making it through that time.
super difficult, a little bit of discretion. You're gonna let her keep going.
So you're bumping those hands, sliding them forwards.
Turns all the way across and finds a dismount. Going to be interesting to see what she's going to do on split decisions, as vertical limits are her favorite obstacle.
I can totally see her wanting to get that ring, but not having much of an issue if she drops it. Oh, she chooses to do it again because she knows that's the faster route.
Yeah, the problem for a bunch of these competitors is the backswing after getting there. You really have to pull up and engage your core to make sure you don't swing away. And that's the end of her getting points, but we'll keep going.
Makes it across the Astroglider. Generating some swing here. Unhooks it from the D hook.
Really first good Lachey with the cane. Can she do it again? This one's slightly difficult. Gets it out and in.
One-hand grab.
What a save. Holding on by just a left hand. She'll continue on.
40 seconds remaining. Still plenty of time to try out these last two obstacles.
No problem, Lachey straight into the mixed grip.
A little too much power there. Getting on top of that yellow face-off on the left there. Climbing on up, trying out the flip. Looks almost like a trust fall over there. And absolutely nothing against hopping down. I would never do that in a million years.
Not accumulating points anymore, not wanting to risk anything. Takes the safe road down.
And coming up next, we have Skyla. Skyla is in her second season of competing. A good lock off on that first ring. Manages to take it out. Adjusting her swing. Good landing on there. You can see that she has some chalk on her pants. Some athletes, that was a good bump on those hands, elect to put chalk on their pants so that they can chalk up quickly or dry out their hands without needing to get their hands into a chalk bucket. It just takes a little bit less time. Really quick through these hourglasses, using a two-hand bump to get through. Running through the French toe sticks, grabbing that trapeze, already having a good set on that swing, and a quick dismount. One of the quickest we've seen off that trapeze there.
Great pace out of her so far.
Catching her breath before the ring chaser. She knows she needs to go fast. Look at those, what it goes with brachiating?
Brachiating?
Brachiating, I always hit that one wrong, Daniel. Almost makes the grab.
Yeah.
She was fast, but it was on her backswing. I saw someone, maybe the last one, maybe earlier this wave, when he got to that bar, he turned around and put two hands on there, and that definitely helped stop that backswing. Just going by her fingertips, she almost survived on those vertical limits.
Yeah, and it's so difficult because you can't see where the ring is. Unlike on the show American Ninja Warrior, where you have some sort of sense where the ring is on the slope down.
Now, if you do hear squeaking, that is just the cane on the skyhook. She's kicking, generating some power. A minute left to go through these last couple of obstacles. Let's go straight to the parkour. Getting a big swing and a huge throw. Easily landing on top. And a good hit of the buzzer from Skyla. Up next, we have Anthony. He is not from Norwood, but he does come here to train at least once a week. So he's not unfamiliar with this place, but like we said before, all these obstacles they have not really seen or touched. That is the whole thing of WNL.
Definitely into a bunch of high-intensity sports. Another rock climber, loves to ski, also plays soccer. really good job minimizing how much swing he gets. It makes it easier for him to set his hips. And through pretty effortlessly through the first couple obstacles.
If you want to know how to get better technically at Ninja, he's a great one to watch. He does almost everything with perfect execution. It's kind of why we love to see Ninja. People flying through the course, doing what they do best.
And this just shows you that you don't have to be part of a Ninja team to come out and compete and put on a show. He's absolutely flying through the first couple of these obstacles.
Good set on that. Can you make it? He has his hand on there, but he wasn't able to secure the grab. Almost perfect timing, though. And he pulls it. A little bit slower there. On the backswing it goes. He needs to try these vertical limits. Does he have it in him? He does! Our first competitor to fly through the limits. Can he make the turn? There's a transition here. He needs to turn around.
Come on!
Oh! That was a crazy run. That's a lot of vertical limits. It's almost unfair how hard they are, especially midway through a course. Great run here by Anthony. Just look how smooth he goes through this. Even if he doesn't get it on that first turn, he doesn't jerk around. He rides it, and he knows exactly where he's going to be arriving to get that next ring. Just barely not enough power to get into that tiki.
Going into the bar tech. Really powerful swings. A good catch.
Right motion.
Distance. Just not quite enough height to get it into those face-offs.
And you can't always ride out the skyhook to get height. There's only so much it can give you without you having to pop it yourself. And with 8 seconds remaining, he does hit that buzzer. It does not count as a clear, but a great run by Anthony. Up next, we have Colt.
We saw Colt's sister Penny run last wave. Colt is a high flyer.
And this is his third season competing.
The fun fact about Colt is he's able to do a 10-foot lache.
For those of you unfamiliar with what a lache is, that is when you, oh my goodness, he's flying through the course. I can't even color commentate. But that's when you go from one bar to another, like in the lache lane, when they go between that silver bar and the black bar, that's a lache. And those gaps are nowhere close to 10 feet.
Gathering himself for a quick second.
But imagine being able to throw yourself in the air and catch a bar at 2 times your height. That is an absurd feat.
You see the crowd of neon yellow jerseys behind him rooting for him.
He brachiated there, I got the word, and he got the ring. Misses that grab, it stays on, and chooses to grab with 2 hands because he was slipping off on that one. Hooks it on. He needs to straighten out to get to that next sky hook. There he goes, ripping that backswing. And you'll see some of our competitors turn just like that. And if they're turning like that, it's helping them get some extra swing, and it keeps them in line.
Gonna run into these Astrogliders. Very familiar with how they work.
This is a great run by Colt right here.
Flips it onto the D-ring. Now he's getting ready for this next one. Getting a bit of swing. A little bit too much. He needs to be able to pop his hips up.
Great motion there. You could see it all coming together, just not enough power to get over to the tiki. He does have a full 50 seconds and a whole try.
One of the mistakes most competitors make on an obstacle where you have to take a ring out sideways or forwards is that you want little swing compared to a big swing, because then you're able to pop it up easier without it getting caught.
Because the more swing you have, the more force you're being pushed down into that ring. Think of it like centrifugal force. Does not make that into the tiki, but an amazing run by Colt. Finishing up the last bit with 10 seconds remaining on the clock now. Hits both face-offs, but not able to make it in.
What a run out of Colt. Gonna flip around just for fun.
Up next, we have Dylan.
So if you remember, going back to the last wave, we talked about Reese Brosey with mismatched shoes. Normally, Dylan wears the other mismatch because they are sisters, but today, Dylan going with a straight pair of almost salmon colored.
You know, it's not every day we talk this much about footwear in a ninja competition. Standing on that box. Oh, slides off that first roller. Composes herself. Makes her way through. The last one spins and she makes it to that last box. Getting those hands on the edge. Getting a good swing. Good landing. Oh, falls forward off that trampoline. And she has her last try here. Needs to go on the black box, the platform, rather than the plyo box. Another good job moving her way to the hourglass. A quicker landing this time, staying on the trampoline, and a nice grab on that second hourglass. Again, you can buy most of what you see here, or if not, plenty of other obstacles online at Stage 4 Designs. A great spot to shop for all of your ninja obstacle needs. They also do home rig installations, so if you're looking to do a couple of courses by yourself in your backyard, definitely reach out to them.
Yeah, and if you weren't able to come out today, but you are or did qualify for regionals,
Good
catches
grab.
it. A whole bunch of Stage 4 obstacles will be set up at New Illingen Regionals.
Slips off that ring with one hand after a great, fantastic catch.
She'll keep going.
A minute and 20 left. We'll get her up on that cane. Generating some swing. Will she get into the D-ring? She does not. It's okay, plenty of time to try the other obstacles.
Just a little short on the power side of that last cane move. Didn't catch that free bar in switch grip, so slipped out from under her hands. That bar will spin because it is not attached to anything.
Commits to that and stays on. Now that's a good amount of force that you're getting when you're flipping over the top, and she makes that dismount. Going through the parkour. Takes in a swing and pops on up. Plenty of time to get that rope and hit that buzzer. using that feet, good idea, and hitting that buzzer right there. We love to see it. A great run there by Dylan.
Great job out of Dylan.
And up next we have AJ. And AJ is on their 3rd season of competing. And you can see that confidence flowing through him right there. Those huge pulls, really using the muscles in his arms. Powerful steps here. Really kicking a high gear. Quick placement of hands as well as feet. He may be the emphasis of speed of power.
Absolutely flying.
Oh,
Slight misstep.
foot just slipped off that lip right there. And speaking of mismatched footwear, he has 2 different colored green socks. One slightly lighter than the other. Makes that grab. Another quick dismount from that trapeze. Oh, he started a bit slow. Can he make it in time? He gets there, and on his fingertips, it rolls out of his hand.
So, second attempt.
Again, he's pulling it and waiting a second. He makes it there, and he grabs it this time. He knows he's going to be fast, and he doesn't want to be caught on his backswing, so that's why he delayed.
Nice pop.
Oh, he thought about going there, but he decided he needed one more swing. Oh, fell down backwards on the Astroglider, and that is his last allotted fail.
So gonna keep going on some cane tech. Right hand on top. Gets it off the captain's wheel, but not far enough to hook it on.
Makes his way up to that next bar. A full minute remaining. Can't make it all the way up to the face-offs. Decides to go for the parkour. Nice throw up there. And a quick hit of the buzzer. Up next, we have Simon in his 5th year of competing.
And Simon comes out of Ultimate Obstacles team. In specific, the Ultimate Obstacles Bar Tech team. So we'll see him shine on the Bar Tech obstacles later.
Quick through those ascending steps. We call them the magic mushrooms to kind of fit the Mario theme that these boxes have. What a great pull up and reach on that 4th mystery box.
Quickly reset.
Settled that swing. Going for a 1-hole pop all the way through these hourglasses, using that strength and that heighter's advantage, really flying through the course here, showing us what can be done and how fast it can be done. Just barely over 30 seconds, and he's already out of the shade lane and ring chaser, gets it on that backswing, hooks it on nice and easily, forces it through that sky hook. I can barely keep up with him.
He is dialed in.
Needed a slightly bigger push there, but he can force it through here. If he can get a good jump and land on it, he can make it. Does not make it all the way. He's trying to push off a little bit harder.
Gonna get
Good
closer.
push there, and a jump, stays on, and good job completing that obstacle. I will say almost every time, I love it when a ninja fails, and then they get right back on, and they push through, and they make it that next time. A really great spot on that cane right there. Bring it to the right side is not to hit that little, I don't know, you call it the tongue in the middle.
Super impressive. Now on to that bar tech he loves.
Makes it look easy.
Unbelievable. That move is
Just over halfway through our time here. His feet hit that mat. He knocked off his shoe. Is that going to impact him for the parkour? He's deciding not to put it on. Will he slide off? No, he stays on. And a good hold, does not slide off the front. Can he finish this course with no shoes? That is absurd. A shoeless finish. Have you ever heard of that, Nate?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
JP Ron.
It's been done before, but I don't know how many times.
Yeah. But an electrifying run either way. Simon, one of the few people to get both tech lanes in a row, linking everything in the cane, and then hooking it into almost like that bear trap move.
So Simon really showing his experience out on the course there. But up next, we have Nathan. Nathan, this is his first competition. So we will be watching him with great enthusiasm. Manages to pull it fully all the way off.
Looking good, being able to set his hips where he wants them to go.
Again, that foot landed first, so he was able to clear the mystery boxes. Nice pace through the Sonic curve. Jumping for that first bit. Going both sides. Walking his hands forward. Getting a swing. Landing on that trampoline and going quickly up to that second hourglass. Reaching farther down on that second hand. Opting not to match. And leaning forward on that landing and staying on the box.
Gonna turn around and cat back away. Just short on the dismount though, so he'll have to redo the obstacle.
Not me, Avery.
He'll try this one again. Good grab. Stays on the box, settles in for the French toast sticks.
There he goes.
He ate that with some syrup. Good dismount there. So he's already had his 2 fails. So he needs to try to get through this course flawlessly.
Missed the first swing up and is going to miss the ring.
He's going to need to go for those cliffs. Good job staying on there. Can he make the transition? Oh, almost. He does have 45 seconds that he can use to run out the clock and try the other obstacles.
Deciding that he wants that to be the end. Good run out of Nathan.
And up next we have CeCe.
CeCe's another surge athlete.
Powering away through those boxes. I like the speed I'm seeing here. Good reach straight to that back slot. Getting a jump. Catching on the front. Quickly going for that slot. Lands it off and in the corner, but stays on. Slams it across and a good jump to catch.
CeCe has a rig in her backyard where she builds her own obstacles. Her favorite obstacle that she's built has been the throwback. Waiting for the ring, and a great catch.
Can't hook it on the sky hook, but tries it again. Just barely, needs to be a little more in front.
And that's taxing her grip so much every time she's missing.
Makes it on. And a good force forwards. Oh, tries to stay on the Astroglider. Was leaning it too far back on that second one. Nice landing. And making it all the way to the cane lane. A little over a minute to go. Plenty of time to make it through these last few obstacles.
What does she have left in the tank after all those close calls? Not being able to hook that ring on.
1 minute now. Really gripping that swing. Getting it in there. Good stop, slotting it in.
Forgot the cane for a second. Have to take that with you.
Still plenty of time to make it through this obstacle. So she's setting it a little bit off so it's not straight up and down. That's going to help her take it out to the side. Oh, almost makes it through. She does have 30 seconds to try it one more time.
CeCe's a big fan of the Electric Enzo YouTube channel. I have to say, I do watch all of Enzo's videos myself. That's quality content. Avery, have you seen any of his videos?
I have not. But I might have to look him up after this. Ten seconds. Setting that cane. A flashing light, she knows that's time to hurry up. Will she rip it? Oh, just barely not enough power, but a great send and a great run right there by CeCe. All right, and as everyone starts to reset, up next we have Axel.
And Axel is off. Axel plays the oboe. Let's see if his musical skills can help him on this obstacle course. Good job fighting to get those rings down. A little bit off-centered. Going back to that last ring, regathering himself. There he goes, and the dismount. Gonna go back to that last ring and reset. The swing is actually starting to turn around for him. Got it, but fell off, so that counts as a fail for the rollers. Doesn't matter as he's through. Oh, just fell short. Has to go back to that black platform to restart. This time does a pretty good job on the trampoline and taking his time to step up to the next hourglass. Not gonna use the slots and gets the dismount. Sizing up the cat back. Slowly turning it around.
A minute remaining. That was his second fail, or third fail, and he keeps moving on. Ooh, falls backward off that dismount there, but continues on to the ring chaser. Just over half a minute left. Fiend. That very important input was given to you directly from our ref, Nolan. And that was almost an amazing catch right there. Trying to stay on those vertical limits.
I have to say, this was my most played song a year ago. Wait, no, it was 2 years ago. That's the end of Axel's run. Great job by him, and we're moving on to the next competitor. Just a few left.
And we got Francis starting out fast. Their fourth season competing. Again, showing off that veteran status. Jumping to that far edge, hopping both hands forward. Doing a quick jump up to that second hourglass. Again, jumping to that middle and popping the hands forward.
Yeah, another ninja coming out of strive. Slip down that cat grab. Able to hold on this time and gets the turnaround very easily.
Sprints to the French toe sticks. Good angle on that dismount, running through. Pulls it. Makes it there, but on the way forward, she almost gets it, but
Just
not
off the
enough in her
fingertips.
hand. She pulls it again. A little faster there this time. Oh, and that ring also went faster too.
She'll keep going through the course. Slight misstep on the Astrogliders onto Kane Tech.
Chalking up a little bit. Getting that little seesaw action.
Nice Kane Lachey right there. Hooks it onto that captain's wheel.
Generating good power here. Can she flick it out? Not with enough force to make to the tiki. Again, this is an awkward move coming from a side and then moving it forwards. Thankfully, our resetter there is still a-okay. But a good grab there up on that second bar. Can they generate enough power to get up into the face-offs?
How much pop does she have left? Good backswing.
Ooh!
Just slightly in the front side of the two face-offs. About an inch or so, she would have been dead center.
And these precision moves, they make them look quite easy. With about 15 seconds left, she's on the board looking to do the forward flip. Put your hands in the slot and go for it. Will she hold on? She goes for it. I can see her setting. Reaching down, getting that board. propelling herself over the top. No worries from anyone here. Everyone congratulating her on a great run.
Tomorrow, if I don't get there, you better believe I'm skipping that.
It is a intense obstacle in the fear department. Up here we have our penultimate runner of the night. We have Paxton. Now, Paxton has been competing for a little bit less, for only 2 seasons, but he definitely has the position in the run order to show for it. Good job angling those swings there. Very cleanly on that box. Some steps across those rollers, and he's making it. Gets that front, holding it locked off a little bit, and then relaxing here. Generating that swing with one hand in the slot, one hand on the side. Really reaching as far as he can with that right hand in the slot with the left. The same technique until he matches. Good landing on there, using his toes to stay on top. A good turn and jump. It was a slow one, but it got him to where he needed to be. Nice running and jumping onto that trapeze. He's shimmying his way to the side, using that truss to angle himself around and getting into the ring chaser. With no fails, you don't want him to drop that ring, but if he does, he will get another try.
Let's see what he's gonna do. Pulling it right before he swings.
He makes it there. Oh! It was in his hand, just was not able to squeeze it, but he goes for the cliffs, and he's staying on! Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. Can he make that turn? Any cliff is really hard to do, but moving along them is even harder. And once you get halfway through those cliff ledges, they do turn around, and so you either gotta hold them in a weird grip, or you have to spin your body around. Everything is reset, the time is going, he pulls, he's a little bit faster to there. Can he get it? He does! Can he hook it around that sky hook? He gets it there. Pops it forward, good force. Gets a couple extra swings to make sure he makes the dismount, and a good, solid landing. 40 seconds remaining on the time. Jumping across, lands on the back edge of that Astroglider. Really gotta make sure you're on the front and leaning forwards.
See if he's gonna do the same method. Yep, stepping down to get closer so you can push off instead of jumping.
Great redemption. 30 seconds to make it through this cane obstacle. A nice hop right there from Paxton. He's spinning around, he's pulling up. Can he make that reach? He's a little bit low on that cane. He's fighting through. He's trying to reach past it. He gets that next ring. Can he make it from the captain's wheel to the tiki? He is running out of time.
Great run out of Paxton.
Fantastic run.
And Paxton's not just doing amazing things on the course, but also off the course. He recently started a journey to hike all 48 of the 4,000-foot mountains in New Hampshire. Last month, he completed his first one.
And then now we have the last runner of the night, Fiona. This is her 4th season competing. Making her way quickly through the mystery boxes. She has a good set swing right here, angling herself and landing cleanly on that box. The rollers are a bit tricky. You gotta make sure you step right where you need to. Great job making it through the second time. Taking 2 steps on that third. Jumping in the middle, a quick hop of those hands. Generating swing here. Decides to land and then jump up. Matching the hands and then popping them forwards. And going for the dismount. Getting a foot on that cat back, spinning it hard, taking a second to readjust, and then jumping to that trapeze. Kicking back on the landing so she can run through the French toe sticks, angling on that jump out of there. Making it to the lâché lane just over a minute into her run. Our final runner of the night, definitely giving it her all right here. Makes it there, just barely not able to make that catch, decides, you know what, I want that ring, give me another shot. Now if she misses the ring this time, she will have to make it into the vertical limits. A really quick pace, oh, and she swings down and does not fully get that ring, but she is confident. She is holding that lock off so tall. Can she make it through? She has to get to this transition. Can she power through? Oh! Very good run. That transition got most of our vertical lift hunters out there. Still over a full minute to finish out this last part of the course. She was flying through there. Get some good power on this. A nice quick transfer to the D hook into the captain's wheel. Gets it on there, but isn't able to stay holding on to it as that cane dances around in the tiki's mouth.
Yeah, just over 30 seconds left in the final run of the night. Good lâché up to that.
Really accentuated those arms going up and around to get that mixed grip on that bar.
Got the right side into the right face off, but not the left.
Wants to try it. Wants to try the flip. With 10 seconds remaining. And she goes for it. Nice job staying on. Can she make the dismount right after time expires? But fantastic runs all day from all of our competitors in all three waves. What a great time we've been having here commentating today. I hope you were also able to go over and watch some of the Wellesley Skills Competition, which may or may not still be happening. I would suggest you hopping over there and checking that out if you can. We do start back up tomorrow. We have a couple older waves. We're starting with our Masters Division in the morning, and then quickly after that, we are moving to our Young Adults and Adults and our Teens, and then finishing up tomorrow night with our Elites. If you are not joining in for any other division, I highly suggest you join in for our Elites. We have some pretty fun and scary obstacles coming up. If you think that blue board flip is scary, you have no idea what's coming for you all tomorrow night. All right? Tune in and watch a really fun wave.
So, on behalf of everyone in the Action Athletics team, I'm Daniel Vetstein. Besides me, Avery Nasworthy and Nate Brosey running the tech. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow joining us for day 2 of the Action Athletics doubleheader. We'll see you then.